This what I tell them. Look, I've been grinding for so long, I wake up and chase my goals. I go out and I go get it. How to code, that's all I know. I don't succeed, then I don't breathe. Success, what does it mean? If I conquer all my goals, then I'm living out my dream. Dig deep, go out and get it. Success Chronicles. Compete until it's finished. Success Chronicles. Go take care of your business. Success Chronicles. It's deeper than just winning. Success Chronicles.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chip Baker coming to you with another topic session. And today we have Terri Broussard Williams with us. And, I've interviewed her before, involved in a lot, movement makers, doing a lot of great positive things to help in our world. But, we wanted to reconnect and talk a topic. And so today we're going to talk small wins. I asked her, when I interviewed her, her definition of success, and this was one of the things that she discussed in her definition. Just wanted to elaborate, let her elaborate on it and talk about it because I think it's pretty cool. I think that we can adopt it in our lives to help us be better. So first, I'm gonna say thanks again for taking the time to chop it up with me and talk a topic.
Absolutely. It's always a good time chatting with you, Chip.
All right. Well, let's dive into it. So small wins. What does that mean to you? What are small wins to you?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Um, Gives me kind of all the feels because, for most of us, we are just living lives every day, head down,
Yeah.
checking off the to-do list, really focusing on what we have to do. One, to maintain our family and ourselves, but two, to put food on the table, right? We all got to feed ourselves. And three, to keep a job, or if we are looking for a better job, to get in the game to get there. And so all of that builds this energy of just you focusing on a lot of things. And so when you really focus on the small wins and the things that help you get to where you want to go, you're moving a mountain stone by stone. You're accomplishing that goal bit by bit. And so at times, you can just get your head so far down and really in the game that you're not even realizing that you are getting the small wins that you need to get you to where you need to go. So for me, I define a small win as something that is obtainable, something I can touch and feel. It's something I could be proud of that helps me get to where I want to go. So today, and you guys are getting the real TB dubs. My friends call me TB dubs. This is like me on Labor Day, halfway, looking a mess, but happy to be here with you all. So this small win is just being here in my creative space that's not really perfect, but being here to have a conversation and being present. I'm flying off tomorrow, flight leaves at 5. So I could be in this whirlwind. I call them little tornadoes, things that will put you in a tornado to get you off base. So I could be focused on being that tornado and packing and finishing this and finishing that, and not really being fully present, and focused on what do I look like, what am I wearing, but instead I'm just here, giving you me at my best and present. So my small win today is simply showing up as my true and authentic self.
TB Dub, showing up and being her true authentic self. Well, there was a couple things that came to mind for me when you were discussing that. And first is, I think in anything, like you said, we have to take a deep breath and, not get caught up with all of the big things. I think, we'll drown in that, if we allow ourselves to do that. And so we have to take the small steps and the small feats, and enjoy them. Take a deep breath and then just enjoy the moment, because truly, your presence is the present.
Right.
you know,
Absolutely.
and it's a gift, you know, and it's a lot of people that don't get the opportunities that you get, you know, you're saying not you, but just in general, you know, we have to realize that, you know, we are blessed and we are fortunate. And so, you know, it could be better, but guess what? It could be worse, you know,
Way worse. Right?
way, way, way worse, you know. And so we have to enjoy that moment. And then there was another thing that came to mind. There's a simple principle that, you know, I try to live by on a daily basis, and I try to share this with, you know, the athletes and the kids that I'm fortunate to be around in their presence, you know, as well. And it's just, I call it the SHG principle. And there's three parts to it. I think first you have to just show up, you know, just be there, you know. Then once you're there, you got to have a good attitude. You know, you control your attitude, you know, and so, you know, choose to have a good attitude. And then the third, the G, is just, you know, give your all. You know, sometimes,
Mhm.
you know, your all isn't 100%. You know, sometimes my all is just 70, but I'm gonna give you all 70 of it, you know. And so I think if we can live by that SHG principle, you know, on a daily basis, I think it'll help us keep perspective on where it needs to be kept, you know, and not drown in the, oh my gosh, I have these big things to do, you know. Uh,
Yeah.
but it allows you to just focus on, hey, let's just take, you know, let's just move this stone today, you know. Then tomorrow we'll move another one, you know.
That's right.
And so I think, you know, when you can do that, it helps you.
Absolutely. I believe in that so very much.
Good deal. Are there any other thing that you'd like to elaborate as far as small wins?
You know, I work in public policy as a lobbyist. There are times that we are going to kill it and we're going to pass
Yeah.
legislation the way that we want. And there are times that when, you know, you might pass pieces of legislation, like
Mhm.
something that you want isn't perfect, but it gets passed. So you learn really early on as a lobbyist that you have to really, you know, have an eye towards the future and look ahead and to really find success in that small win and something that might feel like a defeat, right? So I'm trying to think of a really good example, but recently we were working on legislation that um, would require PE in schools for all kids in Texas. And, you know, that didn't really fly. The legislators wanted them to have PE, but they felt like there wasn't enough time in school. So we were able to change the definition to something that really said what quality physical education would be. So we could take that and say, okay, we did not get the number of minutes, that big one that we want, and go home really sad. But we were able to change the definition, and that actually has longer and greater impact than anything else. So I kind of think about it like you might being a football coach, you know, so getting that W on a Friday night feels like everything, gives you all the feels. Um, but really for your team in that week, maybe they don't need the win. Maybe they can take a loss, but understand what it's like to lift up a player that really hasn't had the chance to really shine. Or maybe they get to learn what it's like to run a new play and something that isn't perfected, but to do it in real time and to take that risk on trying it before it's perfected. That's a small win and that's small success. And those are the things that we have to celebrate because those are the things that really build character and make us who we are long term. And we should care about being leaders that want to turn moments into movements, about the things that help us win long term.
I like those analogies. It's all good stuff. I think I agree. You have to take a risk, and then the big picture thing is, you know, find that blessing in every lesson. You know,
Oh, yeah, true.
because it is, you know, uh, if you're looking for it, but if you're not looking for it, it's, you know, it's gonna be rough for you. You know.
Yes.
Yep.
We've all had those moments, right?
Yeah, daily. You know, we have to shift our perspective. You know, like, hey, no, not gonna do that. I got this. Let's go. You know,
Yeah,
go celebrating. Let's keep moving. Let's go. Let's learn from it. And so,
that's right.
yeah. Well, again, thank you so much for taking the time to talk a topic with me, you know, on the Success Chronicles. And there it is. Thank you guys for watching. You know, enjoy those small wins. You know, there's a blessing in every lesson, and you just have to find what that is. And you know, don't get weighed down by the big picture. Just take one step at a time, and you'll reach that journey successfully. So, again, thank you guys for watching this topic session. We'll see you next time. God bless. Go get it.